summer break, senior year. My best friend Kane and I decided to go camping. We've been planning it all year. Just the two of us, escaping into the wilderness. We packed his dad's old tent, enough snacks to last a week, and a map of Redwood National Park. We were pumped. Little did we know this trip would change everything. We arrived at the park, set up camp and built a fire. The air smelled like pine needles and damp earth. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. It was perfect, or so we thought. Kane was always the happy-go-lucky one. He had this infectious laugh that could brighten anyone's day. Always willing to lend a helping hand, Kane was the kind of guy who'd give you the shirt off his back. He was always looking out for me like a brother. We spent the afternoon telling stories and laughing by the crackling fire. Kane even brought his guitar, singing along to our favorite songs. He was in his element, at peace with nature. As night fell, the forest came alive. Strange sounds echoed through the trees, rustling leaves, distant hoots, a low growl that sent shivers down my spine. I tried to ignore it, but the hair on the back of my neck stood on end. Kane, oblivious to my fear, kept strumming his guitar. He told me it was just animals, the sounds of the night. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching us, something unseen lurking in the darkness. I lay awake, staring into the darkness. The fire had died down to glowing embers. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Heavy, deliberate footsteps circling our campsite. I held my breath, my heart pounding in my chest. I nudged Kane awake. He listened intently, his smile fading. The footsteps stopped. Silence. Then, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night. We scrambled out of the tent, grabbing our flashlights, but there was nothing. No one. The next morning, Kane was different. His usual cheerfulness had vanished. He was quiet, withdrawn. His eyes, once full of life, now seemed distant and cold. He refused to talk about the scream, dismissing it as a nightmare. He packed up the campsite in a hurry, eager to leave. The drive home was silent, filled with an unspoken tension. Something was wrong with Kane, something deeply unsettling. And I had a terrible feeling that our camping trip was only the beginning.